Hey Battles, welcome back to my channel. I know I have not been posting videos as much as I used to when I was in the States or when I first got here. And I get so many emails as well as comments below saying, they want more videos and stuff. And I'm telling you, I'm just so busy here. I started a business called True Check Solutions. So I'm always doing site visits, or I'm always trying to help someone get registered or relocated here, as well as I help people find places to stay. So today's topic is going to be being an agent here in Ghana is not easy. Ooh. So yes, I'm Ghanaian now, so I have to put ooh on the end of everything. So anyway, so stay tuned. Let's have a chat about being an agent here in Ghana. Hey Battles, and we're back. So as I said, you guys know that I started a business called True Check Solutions, and I help people verify land as well as houses, or even relocate here, which is helping them find a place to stay and getting themselves settled here with a Ghana card or resident permit and those things. So with my business, I am an agent here, and I'm also a broker with different companies. And I help people purchase genuine land so that they don't have to worry about getting scammed or being in some type of litigation because so many people purchase that same land from them, as well as a property of a house, or an apartment, such as something I did. Those are things that I help. So let me break it down just a little bit, because mostly my business, if any American knows, I'm basically more like a title company. I'm the middleman between the buyer and the seller. So basically, before you send that money directly to the seller, it comes into my company's account. We verify all the information first and making sure that that purchase is legit, as well as it has all litigation free and everything that you need to do. And then once you see that is clear, then I transfer that money to the seller after you have signed your contract with the seller. And that's basically what my business is about, as well as being an agent. I help people relocate here. So I help them find a place to stay and also get themselves settled here so they can stay long term and not every 3 months having to try and cross the border and come back, So that's what I help them do. So we're going to talk about me being an agent here. And it's a beautiful thing. I love doing it. I love helping people find somewhere to stay that's temporary, of course, because most of the people that contacts me here in Ghana is for them to find a place to stay short term, whether it's a year or 2 years, because they're either building here. Most of them have already purchased land, so then they just need a place to stay while they're building. Some people come to my company for mostly investments as well, where they might, instead of renting, they may want to purchase a house. Then they'll stay in that house while they're building a dream house, and then they can take that house and rent it out so they can have some sort of revenue to come in. And that makes sense, and that's very smart. But being an agent here is not easy at all. And when I first got here, I had an agent. So when I went to different places to see what I wanted, as you've seen in my previous video, I had 6 apartments that I was looking at, and each one of them I had to pay 200 Ghana cedis to view the apartment to that agent. And I was like, dang, that's a lot of money. Every time I got to turn around, I got to pay you 200. Every time I turn around, I got to pay 200, right? As well as they'll charge you to take them there, meaning you have to pay for their fuel, right, to go and see these places that you want to stay. And so with my company, we don't charge any of those fees at all. We don't charge you any fees but the commission fee, which is of 10%, which the agents in Ghana also charges as well. On top of their viewing fee, they charge 10% of whatever the yearly amount is. And that's the same thing my company charge. We just charge 10%. So now I work with multiple different agents as well. So I have my own list that I have of my own inventory of people that I help rent their places out, as well as my work with agents that do as well. So in that instance, then I will split the commission, because if I have the client and they have the listing, then we'll split it. Or if they have the client and I have the listing, then we'll split it. Similar to what you do in United States with a realtor, right? So that's fine. Now, for me, I'm starting to understand now that I am an agent why Ghanaian agents charge for a fee. And the reason for that now that I see is because a lot of people will waste your time. You will show them so many different places that is within their description that they ask for, and then they turn around and they do not want to rent anymore, right? So now you've wasted your time, you wasted your gas, going around to all these places, and you didn't make any money. So now with the Ghanaian, when you go with a Ghanaian agent, if you choose to decide that you're going to wait or whatever, at least they made some type of sort of money for their time, right? And now I'm getting it, like, okay, it makes more sense, because I didn't realize how many people will waste your time. Like, they will contact you and tell you what their budget is, and you'll go out and show them these different places, because I will literally pick you up. My company, we meet at a neutral location. We pick you up and we show you around to all these different places, and then we will take you back to that meeting place so that you can go back home. So you're not paying for any viewing of any 2, 3, 4 apartments or houses or whatever it may be. You're not paying for anything but for you to get to the meeting place, and that's it. But if you with a Ghanaian agent, you're going to pay to see each one of those. So if you saw 3 homes, that's 600 Ghana cedis that you would have to pay, versus with True Check Solutions, you're not paying anything. But now I see that my business is growing, and now I'm realizing, like, although I do get my clients who are serious, I get some of those clients that just waste your time, and that's not really, to me, I understand it's not fair. Because if you know that you're not ready to purchase, and if you know you're not ready to look for a place to stay, and you just want to sightsee and do whatever, that's not the time to do on somebody else's dime that have a business. That's something that you do with your friends, or you just get you an Uber or a Bolt and you just go and look at it yourself, right? They have the listings all over. You drive, someone's always renting out their house, renting out their apartments, or someone is always selling an apartment or selling a house. It's not like it's a secret, okay? So now that I am an agent and a broker, I'm realizing that people will really waste your time. And so with that being said, I'm speaking to people like, if you don't waste no one's time, don't waste a Ghanaian's time, don't waste anyone's time if you're not serious about moving or purchasing, because it's not fair. It's not fair at all. This is a business that people are doing, and they're taking their time, and this is a passion as well, especially for me, because I just love doing it. I love helping people. But in the meantime, while I'm helping you, I'm expecting to get paid for what I'm doing, okay? So just like anybody else, if you had a business that's in servicing, you'll expect to get paid after that service is rendered, right? So that's Coffee barking. I'm telling you, anybody that walk past this door, he barks. He can hear a noise, he barking. So that's Coffee, sorry. So yes. So I'm just on here to do a little, understanding of what, Ghanaians go through here. And now I understand why they charge for viewing of an apartment. Because before I was like, that's ridiculous, right? But now I understand. Now that I've got my foot in and I'm doing that as a business, I'm now understanding why agents here in Ghana do that, because a lot of people will have you showing these different places, and then they don't render the service. They choose not to get anything. And now, don't get me wrong, there would be some agents that will not show you what you ask for, because I am one of them, and I have people who have came to me and said that, like, they've asked for a 1-bedroom with with a step or with a tub, and then they'll show them a house and it doesn't have a tub, or it's a 2-bedroom, thinking that they'll just purchase a 2-bedroom. So I do know that, they will waste your time as well. I do know that as well. And then they charge you this $200, viewing fee. I do get that. But in this reference, it goes both ways. I do understand. But at the same time, I'm sure that when they're doing it in hopes like, okay, well, they might not want a 1-bedroom, but maybe a 2-bedroom will work for them if it has a tub. You see what I'm saying? But for my instance, I'm American. Well, I'm a Ghanaian now. So therefore, they would literally come to me, and you already know I'm not going to show you anything outside of what you asked me for. I'm not going to say, okay, you want a 2-bedroom, let me show you a 3-bedroom because this is in your budget. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go by what you asked for, and my team will do the same thing. If my team, and you tell one of them, and you tell them you want a 1-bedroom with a study, and you want backup generator, and you want security, then that's what you're going to get. If that plus more, meaning if this is your minimum, which is a backup generator, it might come with constant water, or it might come with security for that same budget that you asked for. That's what TrueCheck Solution does. We don't go outside and assume anything. We will give you more for your money, or exactly what you ask for. And that's what we do. So I'm just realizing that now being here, I see the difficulties of being an agent here or a broker, and people would just waste your time. And I'm talking about on the smallest things, like nitpick any little thing just so they don't move forward with the deal. And I am now realizing that. But that's not going to stop me, because I do have genuine customers that are serious about what they want, and they succeed fully all the way through and what it is they will get, and they leave a perfect review on TrueCheck Solution on Google. Go check it out. So with that being said, you guys, we are open to helping anyone relocate here. We're not going to, I see a lot of people posting these different videos and saying you can get this for X amount of money at the end of the year. I saw one where it's like, oh, you can get an apartment for $2,800 USD. And that is true. But they don't tell you that it don't come with these other amenities that I'm sure that you'll be looking for. So at TrueCheck, we definitely check all the boxes. We cross all the T's and dot all the I's on every transaction that comes through with us, so we can make sure that you are happy on the way out. That's what we do. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my other video on me getting my passport. Stay tuned. Bye. Oh, don't let me forget, what's for you, no one can take it away, not even yourself. So until next time, bye.